What's up, Sky Squad? It's your boy DJ Rich Sky. We are back in the building. I see y'all in this good chatterization. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chatterization, and also let me know where you guys are watching from. Okay. Now we are talking today, okay, about Ashley Darby and Michael Darby. She is admitting to cheating on him. Oh yes, we got the details for you. We got the details for you. We're also going to be talking about what Andy Cohen had to say about Teddi Mellencamp getting fired. And we're also going to be talking about Real Housewives of New York City. Got a little tea on that for you. Looks like you guys can hear me. Y'all ready to get into this thing? Let's get into this thing real nice and quick.
Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in the time. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come into the time. Okay.
First things first, y'all. We got to talk about this. I just need a second to process the fact that we do not have justice for Breonna Taylor. This was probably one of the most sad and depressing things that I experienced yesterday, running around trying to get things done for this house. And it's crazy that we are still in a state where we cannot get justice for our fallen sisters. So I just wanted to talk about this and touch on this real quick because I wanted to just let it be known that we have not forgotten her. She is still in our memories right now. We are not going to forget about her. We are going to continue to say her name. We're going to still continue to fight for justice regardless. And so I just had to touch on that real quick and really acknowledge, our loss and where we are in this country at this point in time. It's just sad to me. And I just had to acknowledge that. I really did. And I felt like I would be remiss if I didn't. I know we talk mostly about reality TV shows and housewives, but this is super important to all of us because we have to remember where we're at this point in our country. And we have to now acknowledge that we need to start taking action in order to prevent stuff like this from ever happening again. So I had to touch on this real quick, y'all. And now we're about to sort of dive into the news. Now, a little bit of light before we get to this Ashley Darby news. Just a little bit of light, y'all, okay? Teddi Mellencamp is gone, okay? She is gone from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I honestly can't tell you how excited I am about this. We talked about it just a bit the other day when I got the news that there was word on the street that she had gotten the axerization, okay? But it really came out when she made her statement, okay? She made her own statement about getting fired, which was, it's kind of commendable. She says, you heard it here last. Yes, it's true. I am not coming back to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And, she said she had to say you heard it here last because every other media outlet had already put the word out, okay? She says, thank you to Bravo, Evolution, Andy, and all of the amazing women for the support and the shade for the past 3 years. Back to the shadows I go, okay? And here's the message that she said.
Guys, just here, hanging with Baby Dove. Say what's up. I don't want to bore you, but I figured I could give you a little update on what's going on. I recently found out that my contract as a housewife is not being renewed. Of course, I could give you the standard response of, we both came to the decision that it would be best. Nah, I'm not going to do that. That's not who I am. Of course, when I got the news, I'm sad. It feels like a breakup almost because you develop such strong relationships with the cast, with the crew, and you get to do incredible things that you probably never get to experience without, the show. That being said, I'm really looking forward to the future and being able to focus on my family, my friends, all in. I really feel like I have some exciting things ahead. And you know what, guys?
So that was her statement. Again, like I said, to be quite honest with you, she had no choice but to come out and say this on her own. Because listen, here, most people when they leave, they just make a blanket statement. Oh, I'm moving on, yada yada yada. There was no way she could really say that in this statement because every other news outlet had already posted that your girl had been fired. Okay, so it was kind of like, girl, bye. Okay, see you later. And to be quite honest with you, listen, I hate to see people lose out on their coins, but I'm sure she'll be fine. But I just need for her to go because she, to me, was a waste of a housewife. Okay, it was just a waste of a housewife. And now we just need to get one more person off of that show, and I would be really, really happy. Now I ain't gonna even say who that is. Actually, yes, I am. It's Miss Erica Jane because she don't provide no value to the Housewives franchise. That's not to say that she doesn't belong someplace else. I would still like to see her on my TV, just not on a Housewives show, okay? Now, speaking of Teddi's business, though, because she did mention that business all in. Y'all know that business is under controversy right now. The people are saying on the streets that diet is unhealthy, that she be putting these people on. Allegedly, it's a 500 calorie per day diet plan that they be putting these people on. And the nutritionists and people are saying that is not healthy. So she is facing all types of controversy. Now, when asked whether or not that controversy had anything to do with her being let go, getting the acceleration, that good Andy down to the Bravo said, no, it wasn't that, okay? He said he would have actually liked to seen her come back on the show to address her critics, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Now, I don't even know why he said that because ultimately, he had to know that she was getting the get on from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? Yes, somebody asked 500 calories. Yes, they be doing 500 and something calories per day. I don't even know how people survive off that. I need 500 calories at least in my first snack of the day. Okay, so I don't understand how people was doing that. Listen, it's just exactly. Autumn Sunset says this: anything under 1,200 calories is dangerous. It is very dangerous. Okay. Felicia, I agree with you. Erica Jane's infomercial needs to come to an end. Okay, it needs to come to an end. And then Lisa Rinna on the Instagram asking people to contact Bravo on her behalf and tell Bravo that they want more glamour and fun in their Real Housewives shows. And I was like, girl, if you don't sit down somewhere, you the main one causing the chaos. And listen, I ain't mad at a little bit of chaos, but you can't hang on to the chaos for the whole season long. It's got to be multiple things of chaos going on a season for it to be successful. Not just the one thing that y'all holding on to for dear life and you won't let it go. You holding on to it like a dog with a bone. I'm like, girl, get out of here. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Right. She's gaslighting. Okay. Right. It's time to pick up the pieces and move some things around on this good chessboard, okay? It's time to pick up the pieces and move something on this chessboard. Deborah Campbell says, my nutritionist had me on a 1,500 calorie per day only for a month. Now, to me, that sounds a little bit more reasonable and that sounds a little bit more healthy to me. You know what I'm saying? But anything under that, it seems like it would be, I don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? But Deborah Campbell, good to you. Good for you for working with someone who is giving you something good to go on and not this whole 500 thing, which I just can't believe in my mind is any good at all. But that's just me. That's my belief. That's my opinion. I'm going to move right on along because I could go down a rabbit hole on this one. Thank you, Miss. Is it Kaiser or Kaiser? Who says, bye, Felicia, back to bootleg life coaching. You go. Y'all are so silly today. Y'all so silly. Let's move right on along. Leah, okay. How many of y'all watching this season of Real Housewives of New York? Let me know in the chatterization. Let me know in that good chatterization if you are watching the Real Housewives of New York City as it comes to an end. Well, guess what, y'all? Y'all know that it is filming right now, starting for season 13. Okay, so they're already in season 13. So here's what's going on with this. Now, last week, everybody had been reporting that Leah was possibly not coming back to the show and she was holding out for a bigger paycheck. Guess why? Because Homegirl was only making about $3,000 per episode. Okay, so $3,000 per episode, that amounts to about $60,000 something per year. You minus the taxes and you ain't got that much money. Okay. In terms of what you should be making if you are on a television show on a major network like Bravo. Now, again, first season housewives tend to make about that much. Actually, you tend to make about that much on any reality television show, if that, okay? A lot of times people will start off making $1,500 to $3,000 to $5,000, okay? But anyway, let's take it back to what we are right now. So Leah is coming back to the Real Housewives of New York. She just signed on, and now the reports are that she will be making $10,000 per episode. Okay, so she got a hefty bump, and apparently Ramona, Luann, and Sonia also got small bumps as well in their pay. So all of them will be back. Now, we talked to you last week about Alicia Quarles potentially joining the show, but now we have another potential newbie by the name of Bershan Shaw, okay? I think it's Bershan, okay? So she is a podcast host, okay, and a motivational speaker. So she is also set to be joining the cast for next season. Now, no word on whether or not either of these two new ladies will be full-time or part-time. We don't necessarily know quite yet. But what is for certain is that she has allegedly been spotted filming with the cast. I don't know about her connections with the cast so far, so at this point, but I do know that Alicia knows all of the cast members. So hopefully, maybe we can get both of them joining for next season. And I would like to also see them add one new lady to the bunch to kind of round out the cast at a full 7. If you guys remember, Real Housewives of New York season 7 was probably one of the best seasons, and they had 8 housewives. And we hadn't really seen that before, except on Real Housewives of Miami season 2, when they had 8 housewives. And actually, yeah, that was pretty much it. Nobody else has had 8 housewives on a US-based housewives show that I can recall. If you can think of something, let me know. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. But congrats to Bershan. Hopefully she makes the cut as a full-time housewife. Okay. I want to move on real quick because we want to talk about Michael and Ashley Darby. Now, y'all remember on this episode, right? We saw how Ashley had basically found out from Michael Darby that he had some indiscretions. Now, Michael Darby had talked about how he was just in the hotel room and he had fallen asleep, okay? Now, I don't know who believed that because I didn't, okay? And I don't know why Ashley would have either, but I don't think she did either. I think she just was saving face for the camera for me, okay? That's what I think. I think she was saving face for the camera. But y'all know that Ashley seemed real calm when she was having this discussion with Michael. Y'all remember that, right? She seemed real calm, okay? Ooh, Jamal, speaking of Miami, who says, especially when Anna dragged Leah at the reunion. And y'all know I used to work with Anna at Daily Flash when we were on the news show together. She was my co-host. And I need to get her on for an interview to talk about why she did that. So we'll come back to that. Put a pin in it. I'm gonna definitely come back to that. Moving right along. Ashley, she seemed real calm. Well, the reason why she was so calm was because she done some cheating herself, okay? She has done some cheating herself. It just seems like this relationship is just willy-nilly. You just get in this relationship and do whatever you please. Whatever you like goes. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into what she had to say about it. And then I need to remind y'all about a couple of things as well, okay? So let's get into what she had to say about it. Thanks to our friends over at, what is this? I think it's cc.loves.u, okay? Who caught this from Ashley's IG stories the other day. Y'all ready? Let's get into it.
Hi, fam. So there are a lot of questions that are so great, and I'm really looking forward to answering them. A common question that I'm getting is about last night's episode of the show, and people asking me, why did I stay with Michael? Why? Obviously, they're run full this season. I will tell you that I have not always been the best wife to my husband, and I haven't always been the most faithful. So Michael has forgiven me, I've made mistakes, and we've moved on. And that's how I can move forward with him. And also, I delineate between what's the truth and what's made up. And I handle and address the truth, and I don't let myself get caught up in what is fake and folly for your entertainment. Love y'all.
Okay. Now, on the one hand, I respect Ashley for keeping it semi-real, okay? As real as I can believe, okay? But here's the thing. She said that she has not been the most faithful in this relationship. I'm paraphrasing, but she hasn't been the best wife in this relationship, and that she has, you know, had her indiscretions as well. Okay. So here's my thought on this situation, though. Okay. So the reason why you so calm about him getting caught out there on video and on photo is because you have done it yourself, and so you are a little bit more accepting of the fact that he's making mistakes as well. But your mistakes was not made in public. His obviously were. So she, as a woman, and as they typically say, can know how to cheat in private, and he don't know how to cheat in private. Okay, that's what it is. You know, she know how to do her thing and do it covertly, but he out here sloppy toppy and don't know how to do this thing and get people to sign NDAs or take them back to some place and take their phone. Okay, why you not taking the girl's phone when you go into the hotel with them? I'm just saying, it just don't make sense. It seems to me like if you in the public eye and you want to have these types of indiscretions, then you might want to take more precautions when you're doing so. Okay. And then I want to take another thing that she said for in this instance. I want to take what she said, because she said something to the effect of she delineates from what is true and what is false for our entertainment. Let's take it all the way back, okay? Because what he said to her on the show was that he fell asleep in the room and was doing nothing, okay? Now, I'm going to send you guys a link right here because I want to remind y'all of something. I cannot actually show this link on the camera, but I'm going to basically describe to you what it is. Y'all remember when the actual video came out about Michael Darby, and he had gotten caught up in that hotel room. It was a multitude of videos, and it was not just that photo that they keep showing on the Real Housewives of Potomac with his back to the girl and him in his underwear. There was also video of him allegedly laying on the bed, tooting up the booty, saying something that allegedly sounded like "spank me." And he was also in another video where he's allegedly sitting on the bed, and the girl is basically standing in front of him, recording him, and they're talking about something, and they're talking about why they couldn't go back to his place or her place or whatever like that. So to me, you didn't just wake up and then collect yourself and then leave. No, this was a whole situation where there looked to be allegedly some tooting of the booty and you saying "spank me." That's what it sounded like to me. Now, I went ahead and I sent you guys the link to the Black Socialites page because I cannot post that here, okay? But this video was captured by Gossip of the City, reposted by the Black Socialites and many other media outlets out there for you guys to all view for your own viewing entertainment and for your own discretion, okay? So for me, I'm just kind of saying, like, this whole situation just seems kind of crazy to me. And I feel like something ain't right. We not getting the full story here. And I don't know what it is. It's just, I feel like my spidey sense is telling me that. And again, I keep saying this. Nobody would have, here's the thing. The way that the ladies handled this news on Real Housewives of Potomac is in stark contrast to the way they handled it on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The ladies on the Real Housewives of Potomac said, okay, well, don't nobody believe that he was in the hotel room and didn't do nothing with old girl. But if that's the story that you want to go by, okay, fine. Let's move right on along. We got two people that's ready to fight over here, okay? But the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they would have held on to this all season long, and it would have been the thing that never ended, okay? Now, yes, okay, y'all remember, I see y'all. Some of y'all done checked out the link. Go check out the link on the Black Socialites. I'll paste it for you again in case you missed it. So I'm just trying to understand what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Nasty, it's getting too phony for reality TV. That's how it's starting to feel, okay? Rice, Loveworks says this will be her storyline till the end. Okay. Nancy says Ashley better thank Monique and Giselle for the bigger season distraction. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that too. I think even Robin had commented somewhere. I saw it somewhere, and if I can pull it up, Robin says she felt like when Ashley admitted to having a threesome, she said she either tweeted it out. Let me look. I gotta find Robin's Twitter. She said something like it felt like that was a distraction from the real issue. She said it, and I felt the same way. I felt like Ashley basically coming to them and saying, yes, well, Michael and I have had a threesome with a girl. And I felt like, it almost felt like this is distracting what really is going on, because there was so much more to this than just him going to the hotel and falling asleep. No, it was a whole lot more to this. It's a whole lot more to this. I'm just saying. The Empress says marriage was about love. It was always about the money. Y'all just catching up. You're right. We just catching up. We just catching up, y'all. We just catching up. And now she's expecting again. Okay. Sexy May says this. While you all concerned about her relationship, she and her husband is comfortable with their life. No, they're not. Let me tell you why. Because if they were comfortable, let me tell you why we know that they're not comfortable. If they were comfortable with their lives, what would have happened was on season 1, she first entered the scene. She would have, and you wanted to be on a reality TV show, you would have said something right then and there. Our relationship is very unconventional. You know what I'm saying? And so we have different rules for a relationship, and this is how it goes. That's what would have been said off the rip if this was two people who were comfortable in that relationship. Don't sound like it to me. Don't sound like it to me. And so my thing is now, like, whatever the case may be, I'm always for people being happy, it's about what we talk about on this channel is about reality television. And so when we have reality television, we are dissecting what we see on the screen. That is why this is of concern, because what we don't appreciate as an audience is being tricked. That is what this is about. Exactly. Just like, boom, thank you, Jay Renee. Just like Shamari and Ronnie on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shamari admitted things that had happened earlier on in their marriage that sort of described their unconventional relationship. She did not hold back. Now, he didn't look too pleased that she had made mention of it, but nonetheless, they were open and honest about it. And now when we look at them, they actually do, I guess, events as a husband and wife where they talk about relationships and marriage and such. So they were able to capitalize on their truth, okay, and turn it into something for profit that is also beneficial to people, okay? Boom. Thank you for reminding me of that. That was such a good example. Such a good example. Right, P. I appreciated Shamari stating it. And now looking back on that situation, I appreciate it so much more because what we're getting right now seems so convoluted, and we're having to, as a viewer, decipher what is real and what the actual situation is. Just sit down and y'all tell us. Y'all sit down with Andy. Y'all sit down with whomever, Tamron Hall, whoever you want to sit down with. Have a discussion. Hey, this is what the situation really is. This is what it really looks like. And this is why we were never honest with you guys from the get-go about what this situation looks like. Okay, Third Eye, this is cool too. Third Eye says people who are comfortable in their relationship aren't always comfortable with people, the public, knowing every intricate detail. Then don't get on a reality television show. I agree with you. I totally agree with you, Third Eye. I think that you are absolutely right. But don't get on a reality television show and try to make us believe all of these different things when the truth is just is way more simple and digestible than what we're being fed. Exactly. Jamal hit the nail on the head. It only becomes a big deal when you try to hide things and details. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Black Gal says, but if she did, then the public would condemn her for not having a conventional relationship. No, I don't think that we would. I don't think that we would at all. I think that what happens is if you basically set the record straight, you tell your truth yourself, and you set the narrative, then what happens is people can speculate probably for a season, but anything beyond that is really, they have already owned it. They have gotten ahead of the story. They told us their truth, and people can't do nothing with that. That's it. That's it. Exactly. Jada says it would have made them more interesting. Jasmine says people look at you differently, though. Well, we are really, see, here's the thing. I would rather people look at you like a little differently in the beginning, because now we're looking at them not just differently. We're looking at them crazy right now. We are looking at them crazy because I'm like, what's happening now? Exactly. Lala says, tell your truth so no one else can use it against you. Think about it like this. We would have had probably way less scandal on this particular show had they told us. And now, granted, for the viewer, it's entertaining. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But now it's just getting to the point where it's just confusing. Exactly. Lisa says no one condemned Shamari. No one condemned her. It was what it was. We just we heard it and we kept it moving. Exactly. Mina Ban says now we in season 5, so it would not be a big deal. It wouldn't be. Adrian says it's not looking at them crazy. We're looking at Ashley crazy for all the excuses and tripping over herself to explain it instead of just telling the truth. Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Shawnee says it's too, where is that? Shawnee Love says it's 2020. None of these non-conventional relationships are new. That's the truth. It's not new. Exactly. He's had multiple incidents, not just the one, from basically looking back from the season to season to season to season. It's just too much, man. It's just too much. It's becoming embarrassing. I agree with you, Jamal, who says more truth equals more drunk Karen and T'Challa. Things we live for. Honestly, hopefully we'll see how it plays out, and hopefully I'm going to, obviously we're going to keep watching the show, but it would just be nice if, as we watch, maybe some more will unfold about this whole situation and we'll get a clear picture as to the truth of what's really going on with them. Because right now it's just seems kind of crazy. Right. It does seem like someone said it seems like damage control. It does seem like that. This is an interesting question. Kaya D says, do we have the right to expect that much honesty? I think so. I think we do, especially when the topic comes up. Like, if you're just honest with it and move. I mean, listen, here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, when someone tells you the truth about something, even if it's something that seems a little wild, there's a little bit of shock initially, but then the shock goes away that much faster than when there's all these like crazy incidences and cover-ups and stuff like that. It just seems like now I don't even know how to describe this whole situation. But at the end of the day, listen, if they're happy, do what you do. Do what you do. Do whatever you do. But that's all we got for you guys today. I wanted to put together some interesting stories for you guys today. Can I have a second to vent for you, like just for 1 second, y'all? If I could just vent for 1 second. This has been the craziest move. I so apologize to you guys for not having a video out yesterday. The furniture came early yesterday, and I was just all over the place, running all over the city trying to find furniture. All the furniture stores are either out of stock with different furniture items like credenzas and like large like sofas and stuff like that. So it's just been kind of crazy because of this whole pandemic. Things are on back order or out of stock. And it's like, it's just frustrating. It's just really frustrating. And like I said, the movers came a lot earlier than I was prepared for. And because there was so much noise going on in the house, I couldn't do anything and have it be anything of quality because I felt like the sound was going to be just weird and crazy. And it was just so much going on. So I apologize for that. Betty says, ask Giselle to hook. Yeah, Mina Band says, I had to wait 3 months for a new bed. It's looking like that. It's like we were quoted, I think, about 55 to 60 days for certain pieces. So it's been crazy. And I am the type of person who, when I start something, like in terms of moving, like and finding furniture, like I go all day until I find exactly what I want. And so it was literally just being out until about 8 or 9 each night, and then coming home and then hanging up, drapery and stuff like that. So it was just a lot. So, that was just it. So I just wanted to apologize to you guys for that. I really wanted to get a video out yesterday, but it was too much going on. So, right, I'm about to get a green screen. Let me tell you, I feel like at this point it would be so much easier because, the office area, I feel like it's loud in that space. So I'm gonna have to figure out where to move to start recording. This is all just like me venting right now, so I apologize to you guys. And I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what was going on and why. If I seemed a little inconsistent, that was why. Thank you so much. Shauna B says, "Am I in the bathroom?" No, I'm actually in like the kitchen right now. It's kind of open. It leads into another room, so it might be a little bit of an echo. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be back on camera though. Someone says, do I live near any of the Potomac Housewives? I think I do, actually. I moved to the DMV. Thank you guys for understanding. Right. Just get it out of the way, say what you got to say, and keep it moving. Just got to be real with people, Someone says, yeah, I will do that. Someone asked about Riley Knox, if she'll be doing lives with me. She's actually helping to decorate my place because her background is in interior design. Listen, I was out yesterday. I'm just give y'all this. I was out yesterday and I was like, I would run across something and I would be like, you know how you see a piece, but sometimes you're looking at something and you have to question yourself, like, is this really a good piece to get? Or am I just being excessive? Like, is it gaudy? I was like, is this too Giselle? I know, I'm bad. It's so bad. Yes, DMV stands for DC, Maryland, VA. Thank you, DM. Right, okay. Thank you for that super chat. Right, no purple walls, no purple walls. Thank you. I am very hard on myself. That would be fun, a virtual housewarming party. I love y'all. All right, y'all. Let me okay. I love y'all. Let me get back to work on this house, and we still got a lot to unpack, but I just wanted to come in with a new video. I love y'all, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Y'all be safe.